Hit the mic.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So, okay, yeah, there is a Christmas tree behind me, and by the time you're watching this, Christmas is probably long gone. We're pre-filming.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm in Emily's Christmas merch.
I'm in my Christmas merch.
She's in her limited edition merch. This will be out now, so go shop if you haven't already. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a Sister Secrets video. This is part 3 of my little series that I've got, so I'll link the other 2 down below. But I've got a special guest with me today.
Hey y'all.
Just touch
my name's Emily.
This is Emily. Today we're going to do Sister Secrets. So basically,
is this my first time doing on your Sister Secrets?
Yeah, I've only ever done 2.
Oh, I'm so grateful to be
She's
here right
my
now.
first special guest. Woo!
So grateful
Give
to
her
be
a round of
here.
applause. Okay.
No, stop now.
If you don't know what this series is, basically me being your big sister for however many minutes straight. Basically, I give you advice, I help you guys out, and I try and do these videos like every 2 months, 1 month if I can, so I can help you guys out with anything you're going through. So me and Emily are going to help you today.
I'm 14, she's 20.
Woo!
A little bit of an age gap, guys.
How to deal with the expectations of being a teenage girl is quite a deep one to start with. Go on.
This is right. This is what really rattles my button.
Cage.
I
don't know if that's the same, but I think so.
Thing is, right, with being a girl, like my age, for example, is that if you're on social media, maybe not, maybe you are, maybe you just act quite mature for your age, you will always get told that you're acting too old for your age or too young for your age.
There's so many expectations.
And it really bugs me because people my age now don't act as the 1940s did when they didn't have phones. They walked to the post op every day. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. And I don't think it's even adults that do it. It's mainly like 20-year-old girls that think they're so old now that they're like, no offense. Or like, it's like the year 8s, the year 7s at school. Like, they think they're so big for themselves. Like, they're like, oh my God, she acts so much older than she is. Maybe because she's more mature. Maybe because she's just got bigger boobs than you have. Like, don't take it personal, girl.
Yeah, there is so many expectations. Like, you've got to act a certain way, you've got to look a certain way.
You can't act too old, but you can't act too young. Because if you act like Jojo Siwa, then you get hate for that. And if you act like Piper Ricoeur, you get too much hate for that.
You can't be too fat, you can't be too skinny, you can't be this, can't be that.
Have acne.
Yeah,
you just got to look clean. You've got to have a big bum or big boobs.
Literally, there's so many expectations. Like, you need to be skinny, but you need to have big boobs. But you need to be skinny, but you need to have a big bum. Like, how?
Very
it's not
often.
always the case, okay? That's my point.
And like, I think, yeah, like with going like through things at school, especially as well, like you'd always get it at school. Like boys would be like, oh my God, she's so flat. Gee, she has a flat body. I just think
you just need to remember. It's really hard to deal with, but you've just got to have thick skin and just be like, oh, shut up. Like,
and also remember, every other girl in your class is getting called names. Probably not right then, but maybe they're pinpointing you at that point, but they've probably pinpointed 12 other girls. And
everybody else in that place that's probably giving you like nasty things is probably not happy with themselves anyways. I just think dealing with like everything is quite intense, especially because of social media.
And especially at a young age.
Yeah, like it's very intense nowadays. Like, kids have phones really young, kids are exposed to all these things on the internet so young. Like, there is so many expectations, but just remember, you act how you want to act. If people don't like it, don't care. Like, if you want to act like an adult and you're 12, act like an adult. If you want to act like a 6-year-old, act like a 6-year-old. No one cares. Like, they just say it because they try to look cool in front of their mates, but deep down, no one actually cares.
People are a lot more mature at a younger age now, and I think that's what the problem is.
Yeah, we
like,
need to accept that.
People a bit older don't understand that kids at 9 years old now have phones, act older than they are. Like Annie, for example, she acts quite mature, I think, in ways. Like, she knows a lot about her social media for a 9-year-old, or a 10-year-old, like that you wouldn't think. But I think with people, like, just, you need to accept everyone for what they are, who they are, how they act, what they look like. There you go.
Okay. So, we kind of touched on this in the Girl Talk. Me and Emily have literally just filmed, but it would have been up a while ago. And basically, if you're struggling with your skin, obviously, you know, build yourself a little routine, or skincare routine, but not too many products. Go to the doctors if you are struggling. They can normally help you. Like, a lot of my friends got put on the pill to control their acne. Unfortunately, I can't go on the pill, so I can't do that for mine.
Right.
Because I have migraines and it can give me a stroke. Not ideal.
Not like that.
No. So yeah, like, there's loads of options and there's a lot out there that can help you. But worst case scenario, get refer to a dermatologist and go down that route, and they'll be able to give you more options. And the strongest drug that they can give you is called Roaccutane, and it's what I've been on, and I potentially might go back on, but I'm not sure yet. Obviously if I do, I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, there's lots of options to
Watching
get
dermatologists as well, like you can get free basically.
But don't feel like because you've got bad skin you have to do it. Like you probably will grow out of it, and it probably is just like your hormones. Like it is natural to have bad, like, you know, dodgy skin days and breakouts. So don't stress yourself.
Especially when you're on your period, guys.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
And don't be too hard on yourself. Do you use argue a lot? No.
Pending. 1, 2, 3.
Uh?
I'm joking. Me and George actually don't.
We actually don't. We have like a bicker. I'd say we have like 1 bicker a month.
Which was yesterday.
Maybe like 3 bickers a month max. Like it's very rare, and we literally apologise within 40 minutes.
And then I'm in her bed.
And then she comes and has sleepover anyway.
we literally
bicker over silly things, and like because we're both on our periods, we're just a bit. Oh, literally that's the only thing we've had though. To be fair, normally it's me and you against the world, babes. We don't argue, but yeah, no, we literally don't argue that much.
Left.
Stop. Also, we're not together that much, so when we are together,
we don't even argue that much. I don't think.
No, to be honest, we don't.
Like, we spend whole days together as well. Like
we actually do spend a lot of time, especially because like, I'm back from uni, she's off school. Like we are literally together. Like
I'm in your room and then I'm in my room.
Literally, we basically share a room at this point. Like she leaves all her stuff in my room, which is part of why we argued yesterday. Because my room's always a mess because she leaves everything in there. But yeah, we literally don't really argue that much. Even though we just said that we did yesterday. But literally, not even joking, that's the first time we've argued in a long time. Sometimes I'll pull you up on things and you'll get angry at me, but that's it. I only do. I literally have her best interest, and sometimes she doesn't see it, but then she does see it. She just doesn't want to admit that she sees it.
Know.
That's facts, isn't it?
No.
Because I'll say and then you'll literally do it and be like, no, I'm not going to do that, and then you'll do it, and I'm like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. No.
But you're like, I'm not doing that, and then you did it. Anyway, moving on. Before we start arguing.
What do? I feel left out and can't leave because nobody else wants to be friends with. I'm guessing she means me. Let me get in this one, gal. So
she's feeling left out. No.
Lovely.
So what does she do? Her friend, she's feeling a bit left out, but she's got no one else. You need to address the problem.
And if you have to be by yourself, I'd rather have 0 friends.
No.
Or 1 friend that's real than 25 friends that are fake.
I think you need to, but she needs to tell them that she's feeling a bit left out, and hopefully they will respect you enough, or like.
And if they don't,
to help you. And if they don't,
there's a door.
There's a door. There might not be other people that you think are there, but genuinely there's probably someone else that would happily be your friend and be a better friend. So like, don't feel like there's no one else, because there probably will be. You just haven't explored that option. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is with like school as well, like this is something that's really not talked about enough. It's like at school you have to be best friends with someone to hang around with them, and I don't like that. Like, I know people. No, you do at my school. Like if you want to hang around with someone, you have to be in their group. You just can't hang around with them.
I hate that.
Like I could name every group in my school, and if you ask to go up to them and hang around with them, you have to be in their group and go everywhere with them. Otherwise, you can't be their friend, and that shouldn't be a thing.
No.
Like there's some girls in my school that have had arguments with their friends, and not that I took their side or anything, but they would be like, "Oh, can I come stand with you?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, I don't care."
Yeah.
Like I'm friends with both sides.
I think
I'll help someone if they need my help.
Definitely at secondary school, everyone feels like you have to be stuck to their like group, but like
you don't.
You literally can be friends with everyone. Like
I've got a really close friend in class.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you ever have like, you're not in their group, but you sit next to someone in class and you're literally best friends?
Yeah,
but like you're not best friends because you're not in their group, but you are basically best friends.
There's a few people in my school that I can name. Like we would sit together, talk about everything, and then yeah, she's in a different group, but then we'll text each other that night and be best friends on text, but not necessarily at school. Like we're not. You're not grouped together.
Yeah.
But then sometimes that can just be because you maybe don't get on with the rest of the group. Not get on, but you're not close with the rest of the group.
So maybe try, like if you do have a friend that you're close with in class or whatever, like try and get in with them. If you like their group and you could potentially see yourself being with that group and that person, then there is probably other options. You probably have a lot more friends than you actually realise you have. I wouldn't stick around if they don't value you or listen to how you feel.
Leave.
Yeah. Although it might be difficult. Like, you've got to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Advice and confidence in school. I mean, this is more for you because you go to school. But like, obviously I've been at school.
You
so
can
I
go
can
first because
help.
you've had the experience. I'm living
Yeah,
the
but
experience.
I was not confident at school. Well, I was when I was little, like, not little, when I was like, first few years of secondary school, I was really, well, not really confident, but I was like fairly confident. And then confidence came down last 2 years.
Oh, that one hurt.
That one hurt, ouch. But I think literally, I was definitely not confident in the last 2 years of school, but fake it till you make it. Literally, fake it till you make it. What's that thing? It's like, what do you do on those days
That you don't feel
confident or something?
and then just like
fake it. Literally fake it, like what Rihanna said, fake it. Fake it till you make it, because when you fake something, you actually will start becoming it. Because like, if you literally walk into a room and act like you don't care, like
naturally
you gradually just start walking into that room and actually not care, because you're so used to pretending you don't anymore. It's really
but don't pretend that you're not.
You don't have to be overconfident at school.
And you don't have to pretend for everything. She just means like being confident, but she doesn't mean
like if you're really worried to go into a room, like don't pretend you're fine if you're not, but like if you're like worried to go into a room, like just act like you are fine to go in that room, because that's the only way you're going to get yourself in there.
Yeah.
And then gradually it should come, confidence will grow. What's your advice on confidence? I feel like it's quite broad. I don't really know what else to really.
I'd say like with confidence and stuff, you have to kind of like, it comes and it goes. Like you have days at school, especially with me, like where it sounds so stupid, but like everyone's kind of like talking to you, like you're really like in a good mood, everything's just going like your way, and then there's days where teacher could have a go at you. Not really many people were in the class that day. Like you have days where you're so like different to others, and I think that's with school. Like it depends, if your friends are in, you're more happy. If your friends aren't in, you're probably more like, oh great, what do I do now? Like there's always things at school that will stem you and make you like,
and it can like knock your confidence.
Not your confidence. But I'm not being funny, every day's a new day. Like you could have one bad day at school and cry in front of everyone, and then the next day like come in, shoulders back, chin up, get in that class.
Yeah. Literally, you have.
There is some days though where you may feel completely shut off, like.
But you have a fresh start every day, don't you? Like, just because you had a bad day yesterday doesn't mean you can't go back in and feel confident the next day. Like, everyone goes through the up and downs. I mean, that's a very broad thing, but anyway.
Stress and anxiety, especially with school and college, university.
So I don't know if she means anxiety because of exams or anxiety because of
just overall, I guess, work, everything.
Do you know what? Like, genuinely, I get really bad, like. I wouldn't say anxiety, but I do feel anxious when I walk onto campus at uni, because there's so many people on that campus, and like I don't really know many people. Like at uni there's like, I don't know, there's thousands and thousands of people that go to my uni, so like it is actually really daunting walking on, like especially if I'm not with anyone. If I just walk in on my own, I actually get really like, oh my god, because I'm always scared I'm gonna bump into someone, or like walk into a class and I don't know anyone. Like it's actually really scary. I'm not even joking. Like. And especially, I think mainly because I had like a year out. So obviously we were online for a whole year. And like I rarely go in now as well. Like only going once a week. Well, last time I did. So it's like, I'm not used to it. So like it is actually really daunting. I don't know hardly anyone, because obviously we did have that year out. Whereas I'd probably know a few more faces if I'd been there for that year. So like, I think to deal with it, you just got to like, I literally just, as I say, fake it. I literally just fake it. I can't lie. I literally pretend that I don't, like, I'm fine, but I'm deep down, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many people here right now.
I think with school and like stress and stuff, like you could be stressed for so many different reasons, and uni, but like school, I think is the main one where you get like the bullying or like the pressure with GCSEs. Like my teachers are saying to me at the moment, like if you don't do any GCSEs, you'll fail in life.
Which I think is a really, like, I think...
Unprofessional.
I feel like that's a very, like, teacher thing to say, but, like, it's not true. Like, there is so many avenues. Like, if, like, as Emily, like, no offense, I'm not trying to be rude to you here, but she obviously struggles at school, but, like, to tell her that if she doesn't get GCSE, she's going to fail.
I have dyslexia and dyscalculia as well, so it doesn't put me in a very
But it's really daunting, and, like, anyone watching this that also struggles at school, like, don't let that knock you, because there are so many avenues. Like, you don't have to go to uni, you don't have to, you know, become a doctor to make money and to like be happy. Like, you literally have so many other options, so please don't stress, because GCSEs are important, but they're not the end of the world if you don't do A stars and everything. Do you know what I mean?
But like with school and stuff, especially at the moment, because obviously I'm year 10 and I have my first GCSE in less than a month.
My baby sister's still growing up now.
So like I think with all of that as well, like make time for obviously revising or make time for your work, but then also remember that you still have a life.
Yeah.
And like I know a lot of people.
Emily knows she's got a life too well because she doesn't revise.
I do a little bit. I actually do a little bit.
What's her night routine? Because she did her morning routine, wasn't it? She did some revision.
I actually did though. We actually sat there for like half an hour.
I literally did it with her, didn't I?
Yeah, but I need another one of them to be fair. But I think with like school and stuff, you need to make sure that you're balancing out everything, because I know a lot of people that don't do that and they sit at home and they're like, oh, I've got tutoring, I've got revision, I've got this, I've got that. And you don't want to overly work yourself, because the more you work yourself up on things, the more you're just wasting your teenage years as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like stress with and like anxiety and stuff with school for bullying is like a major thing that we've both been through, like not wanting to go in because of people, but you've got to remember you're living your life, they're living theirs. Like
and you will get out the other side as well.
Yeah, and they're obviously really sad if they're having to do that, but
yeah,
but also like you kind of got to remember that it's your life, it's not theirs. And like, do you really want to be known when it comes to the end of school? Not known, but do you really want to know yourself as, oh yeah, I went in once a week because I got bullied? Or do you want to be the girl that's like, yeah, I got bullied but I still went in, I still looked strong, like I know what one I'd rather. Sometimes I have to tell myself that, because
trust me, I wasn't that girl. I was the one that went in once a week. Whoops.
I didn't go in.
Okay, moving on. I mean, obviously stress and anxiety comes with school and stuff, but like, you're only at school for a little period of your life. Like, you have so many more years to live after that. So like, just remember that. Yeah, it's not going to be your life forever. There will be a change at some point.
What products do you use in your hair to keep it look so amazing all the time? Love you.
Love you too, Mia.
Love you too, thank you.
Don't know if she means like shampoo, conditioner, or she means
just everything, I guess.
Yeah, should we go through it?
Go.
So I use Wella shampoo and conditioner. Yeah, that's what I use my shampoo and conditioner. I've used that for years. And then I also use Hair Burst as well, actually. I use their shampoo and conditioner like a couple. I literally used it for like a month, but it's at uni, so I'm using Wella again at the minute. And then I basically use my Air Up. Well, my mum's Air Up, but I'm hopefully gonna get one. And I use the Dyson Air Up to like style my hair. And I also use GHDs and GHD straighteners, GHD curlers, and I also use Mark Hill curlers and like wavers and stuff.
I use Kerastars. I use their Blonde Absolute. Absolute. I use the Blonde Absolute shampoo and then also the conditioner. But I use the purple. Oh, I use the like, I don't know what it's called, but not the scoopy shampoo. The like squeezy shampoo. And then I also use the conditioner. And I also use the Blonde Absolute. I also use the Blonde Absolute like oil as well, which is really, really good for my hair. I love it.
And
I use it every day.
What stylers?
She uses the same as me. I use GHDs. Air Up to blow dry my hair normally, or GHD blow dryers, but normally Air Up because it's better for your hair. And then I use straighteners. I use the GHDs. I've never used any other straighteners. And then for curling, Mark Hill, GHD. Random brands, yeah, Dyson Air Wrap. I use random brands really, like I don't, obviously I set really with Mark Hill and GHD, they're my two main ones, but I also do like try out other brands too, and I always put like recommendations on for what I recommend at the time, but at the moment it's just been Mark Hill and GHD.
Love that, and thank you for saying we have nice hair.
What age did you guys get periods? Please share this.
I was 12.
I was 11.
I think.
I was
12
year 7.
and 11.
Start of year 7.
Yeah, simple answers, babes. This is the last one. How do you deal with hate and people saying stuff about you at school?
Like we said before, kind of you got to block it out.
Yeah,
fake it till you make it, girl.
Literally, block it out. We've literally answered this question with all the other questions, I think. Like, just, you know who you are. It won't last forever.
It's not...
Fake it till you make it.
They're not going to be in your life forever, girl. They're going to be in your life for 5 years.
Maximum.
Max. Literally.
Unless you go 6 with them, then that's 7 years. But, yeah. Just block out the haters because somebody loves you. Miley Cyrus, as Miley Cyrus once said. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know who you want to see join me on my Sister Secrets next time. Maybe I'll get Robin, my mum, or my dad involved. Or a friend, let me know. And I really hope you enjoyed this. You didn't have fun?
And get replaced.
Thanks for being involved, love you. And make sure to follow my socials
for coming on
the screen. And I will see you guys really soon. Bye! Bye.